at the most appropriate time and place. I want you to drift off the cloud, back down, down, down to the surface. It won't be anything sudden, just like a leaf drifting gently out of a tree, back down to the surface. And as you come back down, I would like you to tell me the very first things that you are seeing, or your very first impressions.
Darkness.
Right, darkness.
Blue edge of a circle. And the circle is made of something like a cloud.
Right. Could you speak up a little bit for me, please?
Closes.
Sorry?
It opens and closes.
Right.
As if it is breathing.
Right. Now, if you look at your feet, could you describe them for me? Do you have any feet there?
No.
Sorry?
No.
You don't have any feet?
No. I'm just there.
You're just there, are you? Right. So this ring, this circle, what is this?
Gone.
It's
Starting to change colour.
Is it now? Right. Tell me about that.
I have a colour of yellowy green.
Yellowy green, right.
More yellow. Very pale.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm.
And you're observing this.
Yes.
Where are you? Where are you observing this?
I don't know.
Right. Could you take a look around and see whereabouts it is you are observing it from? Is there any visuals you have there?
I see it
Right.
in my mind.
Hmm?
I see it in my mind.
Right, good. Yes, so you've seen it in your mind. And where are you?
Watching.
You're watching, right. And so this ring has changed now, the colour, did you say?
The ring disappeared.
Right. So what's happening around you now?
There is black clouds
Right,
coming backwards and forwards
right.
into my peripheral vision.
So they're moving backwards and forwards?
Yes.
Right, right.
It's sky, but different.
Right. Tell me about that.
I do not feel any sensations of liquids.
Right,
I am not floating within anything.
right,
I am just there,
right.
I am at peace.
You just watch.
Yes.
So who are you?
I am waiting for someone coming.
Oh, beautiful. Do you have a name?
No.
No. So you're waiting for somebody to come. Let me know when that person comes.
I do not know why
Right,
I am here,
right. Don't know why you're there.
but I sense from something
Right,
that I am waiting
right,
for someone
right,
to come.
right. Well, let's see. Let's wait and see who's coming. And maybe we can talk to them and see why they've taken you to this place.
It's dark now.
Is it dark now? Is it? And how?
There is a hint of light from this side.
Is there? Right. Is the light coming in? Is it?
I would not say light. Like a torch, no.
Oh, right.
Like the sun,
Mm-hmm.
not really.
Right.
It's just a brightening of one side
Oh,
in the darkness.
in the darkness. Right.
But it's not black.
Right.
There's a sensation of colours appearing and disappearing.
Right.
There is iridescent dark blues.
Beautiful.
They seem to have a shine.
The blues have a shine, do they?
They come and go.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why they come and go.
No?
There is nothing that concerns me at this moment in time.
No? Right,
You
so
have questions for me, child?
I absolutely do.
Please go ahead. I
Thank-
will try to answer them as best as I am able.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, child.
Thank you so much. Yeah, one of the questions that Bill had when we were talking about all the things he's gone through. And he said that one of the questions was when he went into a cave, he said there was a black door. And the question that he had was, he got told that he couldn't go through that door.
That is correct.
Right. So his question was, can I just hold
The
on?
answer is that it is not available to him at this time.
Right. It's not available.
It is not available, child.
Oh. And why is it not available now, that door?
It is not permitted to tell you.
Oh, I see. And who am I talking to now? Do you have a name?
No, I have a vibration.
Oh, lovely. Tell me about that. What's your vibration?
It is a frequency.
Right, frequency. Fantastic.
It is an oscillation of the energy.
Right, uh-huh.
I am identified with that oscillation of energy.
Right, right. So are you quite busy here?
My fellow people can tune in to this oscillation and know who I am. The oscillation carries the information of who I am,
Oh,
what I do.
what you do.
what my,
Mm-hmm.
shall we say, calling is
Yes.
for where I am at this moment in Earth time.
Mm-hmm. So,
The interpretation of this information is not available
right.
to either this human
Mm-hmm.
or indeed yourself.
Oh, right.
It is unfortunate at this time that this cannot be
Oh,
revealed to you both.
I see.
I would ask you, please, do not mention his name. Do not mention his name that you call him, for it will interrupt the vibrations. For his name has a vibration,
I see.
and that vibration interferes with our connection at the moment, which is quite tenuous.
Right. Okay. So we don't use any names
Correct.
for this
child.
transition. So at least we've got the answer now that he wanted about this black door. But there was also another question that he had, and that was a lady that he works with. He wanted to know, Frida, what was the significance of them two being together.
They were part of a group.
Right. They were part of a group.
A group, shall we say, the keepers of the garden.
Oh, beautiful. Right.
Many years ago,
Right. Nice.
when this planet you inhabit
Uh-huh.
first came about,
Yes.
when it was populated
Mm-hmm.
by various entities.
Mm-hmm.
This human shell
Mm-hmm.
knows the beginning, for he was told.
Yeah.
When the planet was first born,
Right. So was he...
with volcanoes
Ah, right.
and fire,
Right.
and nothing grew.
Right. Yes, I've heard that as well.
But as it cooled down
Mm-hmm.
and solidified, shall we say,
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
there was great activity
Uh-huh.
from within. You would call it volcanoes, earthquakes, shifting
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
of the various plates floating on the molten core.
Mm-hmm.
But from this, and the various, how can I put this for you to understand? Yes, there were various elements
Mm-hmm.
that combined and were seeded
Right.
together. And from the activity there became dust, a coating of dust. And within that dust, amino acids were introduced, and mosses began to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And from the mosses there became short grasses,
Oh, right.
and from the short grasses they became bushes,
Right.
and various plants from other similar planets were transported,
Oh, were they? Right.
and the garden was planted.
Right. So they come from different planets, did they? Them species.
Correct, child.
So they're beings, aren't they? Because I know that everything's alive in beings and so forth. So
Beings.
yeah, like live, like the grass and the trees and
Yes, and the bushes, the
Yeah.
leaves on the bushes breathed,
Beautiful. Yeah.
and the trees breathed, and the leaves breathed,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the bird and planet grew.
And then give us a beautiful.
And over a period of time,
Mm-hmm.
which we do not have any inkling of,
Mm-hmm.
or any regard for time,
Yeah, there's no time and
for
space.
it is a process,
Yeah.
a continuous process,
Right.
and from the growing and the combination of the various gases,
Yes.
water came from the clouds.
Ah.
So the water watered the garden,
Beautiful. Yes.
and the plant fauna grew, and various animals, fishes, swam in the sea.
Yes.
And then the planet was seeded once more,
Ah.
seeded with a version of man. You would say a very primitive,
Yes.
but the DNA was manipulated by us,
By you, right.
and so you had progression
Wonderful.
to what you are today.
Yes. That's so exciting.
The era perhaps
Uh-huh.
was giving free will.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that, yeah.
This is an era, but nothing is ever perfect
Right.
except for the creations
Mm-hmm.
of the plants
Yeah.
with symmetry.
Mm-hmm.
There is symmetry in all the plants, in all the flowers that grow on your planet.
Yes.
But mankind is rather different. You have symmetry on the outside, but you do not look after your garden,
No. It's so sad.
which is rather strange
Yes. Very sad.
for us to understand.
Yeah.
For if the garden dies, then you die, child.
Yes. Definitely. I understand that. I know
So
that.
much progress has been wasted.
Yeah. Just don't listen. It's the thing is like I know that some humans are waking up and they're wanting to wake up and they want to change. They want the planet to change, but you know it seems to be like it's a work in progress.
The mindset of the population must be changed.
Right. So is that what will happen then
This
with?
is the stage you are at this moment in your time.
Right. So is that why the frequencies that are coming out to the planet are changing? Are they awakening us? Are they awakening humans to their full potential or to understand everything that's going on?
We are changing your frequency of vibration, child.
Right.
It is a slow process,
Right.
but ultimately necessary
Yes.
for the continuation of life on this planet.
Right. Yeah. When did the frequencies start to really change? Was that in 2020?
No,
No.
frequencies have changed
Right.
over eons
Oh, eons, right. Okay.
as the many planets and star systems
Yeah.
change their own frequencies,
Do they? Yes.
as their inhabitants change their frequencies
Right.
to, I would not say rise higher,
Mm-hmm.
but they become more aware
Mm-hmm.
of things around them,
Yes.
not only in the areas that they inhabit on their individual planets, but they become aware of the bigger picture
Oh,
of the many stars which are suns, apart from any planets that may also be in the solar systems,
yes.
and then the galaxies,
Yes.
and the arms, the spiral arms of those galaxies. And in the area where multi-galaxies exist, in even larger galaxies.
And even larger galaxies. And
it goes on forever.
yeah, like it goes on forever and ever. Well, I'm most fascinated with, the black holes. They say that they don't know what the scientists say. They don't know what's behind those black holes. When you see them, they say it's a collapsed star, don't they? This is what you get told.
It is.
But what is behind that is probably
evolution, child.
Even more, right? Evolution. And
everything must have a beginning.
Yeah.
And once energy is converted into matter, the physical substances, then those physical substances must have an end.
Yeah, right.
As the human shell you inhabit has an end.
Yeah.
But your soul, your spirit,
Yes.
whatever word is most comfortable for you to use for that which is within,
Yes.
then it continues.
There's no this
It can go to another shell,
yeah.
on another planet in another galaxy.
Yeah, so exciting. Yeah.
But your Earth is a young planet.
Have we been put to the side? I was,
You are in a backwater, child.
Why? Why have we been put?
For isolation.
Right. I've heard something
until such time as your vibrations increase and your knowledge increases.
Oh, it's so exciting.
And you remember, you learn
Yeah.
that the most powerful energy is love.
Yeah. Crown chakra as well.
Quite often you see it.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yes.
But then when you also have these sensations and you see the pure white light,
yes,
then you will know, child, that you have awakened. It is something you will never forget.
Really?
And you strive to have that feeling once again.
Once again, yeah.
And eventually, when you progress,
yes,
it will be with you always.
That feeling.
As you go closer to the source.
Right.
Which
Source
is
energy.
your true home.
Source energy, is that, yeah?
Yes.
Source energy. Because we are all one. That's...
Everything is one.
Yeah, everything is one. I know that's hot. I mean, when you
one
tried...
is everything, and everything is one.
And is that everything, is that the what they call the God spark? We all have that in us?
You have a tiny portion.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Taken from the source.
Taken from the source.
Yet the source is not depleted.
Right.
The source remains as one.
Remains as one, yeah.
And that spark is transplanted into whichever shell you wish to exist in
Yes.
to learn the lessons.
On planet Earth.
Perhaps on planet Earth,
Or
perhaps
maybe,
on other planets.
yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Because you must learn everything. Progress to learning everything. That the source knows. And when this happens, you, shall we say, join
Yes.
once again to the source.
To the source.
But you will still exist as an individual.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ah, right. But still be part of like a collective.
You are part of the source.
Be part of the source, but still have your
The
individual.
source is a collective.
Right, yes.
But in the beginning there was only the source. So the source split.
Did the source want to experience everything?
The source could not experience anything but itself. Do you not understand?
So is that...
That pure energy has no memory.
Yeah, that...
It felt itself just there.
Yes. It's beautiful.
But what did it do? Where could it go?
Yeah. So it wanted to...
So it found eventually
Ah.
that it could divide itself. But in dividing, it was not a true division. It was a multiplication.
Interesting.
And from this, shall we say, division, without being divided, then very minuscule is your earthward energy, the divine spark, if you like.
Yes, I know that divine spark.
But just one tiny particle of energy from the source. And the source created
I know it's
matter
very beautiful.
from the energy. And the matter became your interstellar systems.
Interstellar systems.
And the matter was placed on these systems until we arrived to create inhabited planets, heated by stars that burn continuously,
Yes.
consume themselves,
Right.
because chiral matter can be created and destroyed,
Yes.
but the energy cannot. So this is why the energy, the soul, the spirit, whichever
Yes.
word you are most comfortable to use, child,
Yeah.
it goes on forever.
Yeah.
Infinity, you say,
Yeah, infinite. Yes, I do use that a lot.
because infinity does not have an end.
Yeah.
Even your equation of pi has no end.
No end, yes.
It will never resolve to a finality. So pi is the human equivalent of infinity.
Right. Fine. Infinity. So, when us humans are here and we don't understand all of this, that we're infinite and that we are, we can keep coming back and keep coming back because obviously that's divine spark is in all of our souls, isn't it?
You say divine.
Well, not divine, but we are. I've always said to people that we are powerful creators. I really believe that.
Energy creates everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
It's the
choose
energy which is the creation.
Mm-hmm. So the energy in each individual.
Correct.
Yeah. And we've had many lives and done many things, but we had to forget to come here in this vessel. So we really don't know.
You may say the hamster on the wheel.
Yes, the hamster on the wheel.
And until that hamster realizes that the journey is endless.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Unless changes are made.
Yes.
Then the hamster will continue pedaling that wheel.
On the wheel.
For eternity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can say that a human is like a hamster.
Mm-hmm. On the wheel.
They are born and they pass.
Mm-hmm.
When they are reborn and they pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then they are awakened.
Mm-hmm.
But it is their choice from their free will.
Yeah.
If we had not decided to experiment with free will, then progress may have been faster.
Ah.
But so be it.
Ah.
There is a different, shall we say, growth? Growth? No. Not growth. There is a word in your language.
Mm.
I am looking in his memory banks for this.
Oh, please do, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Like evolution, that sort of thing.
You could say evolution, but it is rather different to that.
Right. So
it has a similar meaning.
Uh-huh.
I do not think there is a word in this language of yours.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe you can describe your word or what?
It is like an experiment.
Right.
And the experiment progresses in more complicated ways, shall we say, until it becomes exceedingly complex. And some changes are made in those complex experiments. Some results are what are expected and others are not.
Oh, wow. And does that surprise you?
This is how you humans describe evolution.
Yes, yeah.
You say the survival of the fittest.
Yes, that's been said quite a lot, yes.
But in the case of this timeline we are following, then there was manipulation.
Oh, right, okay.
To follow a particular path.
An agenda, is it?
You could say an agenda, a plan, a blueprint. But like many things,
yes,
it is only an outline. It is not absolute.
Right, I see.
So plans are changed according to the results obtained from the previous experiment.
Right.
To fine tune, shall we say.
Yeah, so you are actually overlooking the experiment and are you watching and observing and...
I am one of those people involved.
Right, I see. So you can actually see everything, right? So you've been watching it for eons, and then you've seen how everything, and then you can see the timelines, and you can see what's going on, the full
Correct.
picture. Wonderful. So humanity as they are now, on this path that we're on, in particular since 2020, and the reason why I say that is because the Great Awakening, that's when all these things started to happen on the planet, the lockdown, this and that and the other and so forth. When you look at that, what information could you give us about what happened in 2020 and where we are to where we're supposed to be going?
Yes. You think that 2020 was a great problem for your world?
No, I really don't, but it's what is taught, it's what is put out there.
It is information you are given,
Uh-huh.
which you take as truth,
Which
is an untruth.
Right, okay, was it? Right.
For the masses are manipulated
Right.
by those in power.
Right, yeah.
On your world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is what we have as well.
There has been many episodes, shall we say,
yeah,
in the timeline of your earth, for plagues, for mass exterminations of parts of the population.
Yes.
Some created by man, some manipulated by the darker side.
Right.
When I say the darker side, there is some entity, shall we say,
Yes.
which are on a different path,
Mm-hmm.
and they have destroyed their worlds, or made their worlds almost untenable.
Mm-hmm.
So they look elsewhere
Yes.
for a home.
Right.
But they are somewhat, shall we say, devoid of information of the true nature of their existence.
Oh, right.
And they have never experienced love. They do not understand compassion.
Right.
And at this moment in time, time, what is time?
Yes.
At this moment in, shall we say, evolution, would be better for you. At this moment of the evolution of your world, then your world is the only place for eons of light years where the source energy within can experience love in its many facets. It can experience compassion. It can experience empathy.
Yeah.
And the feeling of caring for a fellow human shell. These are great lessons to learn. because love is a very high vibration. And for your world to progress, your entire population must eventually reach this highest of vibrations. But you are a long way from achieving this goal.
Oh.
So you will be, shall we say, dragged kicking and screaming
Sounds about right.
to a higher vibration.
But in a way that's really good for those who...
It may mean, of course, child, that when you pass, you will be removed to another planet with a higher vibration. For those who have achieved this goal of a life in a human shell.
Oh, right. Is that to the new
It will
Earth?
be very much as your Earth is now.
Yeah.
But it will be greener.
Oh, I've heard about
it will be cleaner.
Oh, beautiful.
And there will be no war.
Oh, beautiful.
There will be no hate.
I love that.
There will only be participation, a coming together of the entire population of that planet. And this is what is being evolved at this moment in your time.
Oh, I love that.
But time is running short.
Right.
As you will know from what is happening in your world.
Definitely.
Talks of war, global warfare, which will lead to the extermination of many who are not to blame. But these are the people that will be saved. Those that take no part in the manipulation to create destruction.
Right.
We are working very hard behind the scenes.
I can feel that as well, you know, I really...
There is an energy. Can you not see the light? For the light is coming in.
Yeah.
It is pale golden yellow at this moment in time, for I can see it.
Right. I definitely feel the sun's
change. I
changed.
want you to experience this, child, so you know that what you are hearing is truth.
Yes, definitely. I can feel that. I can feel that, and I always ask. I always meditate, and I'm always connect with the planet, and I always send love and light out to the planet, and I pray for everybody. I send love to everybody, and I just look around and say I've got to stay positive for everyone around me, you know, and try to help as many as I can, you know, but stay in that love, you know, because I just absolutely love people, and I want the best for people. I want the best for people, and I feel sorry for a lot of there's so much noise out there, you know, even in the spiritual community, and I'm just thinking I don't want to be a part of that noise, because there's so many things that's going, it's confusing people.
You will not be a part of this.
Yeah, I don't want to ever. That's why I'm very cautious on what I do and my spiritual work, and I just say I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be any confusion. I'd rather be that something that someone can come to if they want to. But it's really Yeah, I see it all happening. But one of the things I see is the sunshine, and I'm looking at the beautiful sunshine. I'm thinking, thank you so much, because when it's there, I just feel so good. It's like I'm being charged or something. But I look at it, beautiful sun. I was like, what's the sun? What is the sun?
It is but a mere.
Sorry?
It is but a mere light compared to the source. It is the closest that you will experience unless you go on the path where you will be shown the light, but you will not be able to look at it.
Right.
For it is far brighter than your sun.
Oh, right.
When you close your eyes, the light will still shine through your eyelids.
Oh, wow.
This shell that is with you has seen that light.
Oh,
And he shielded his eyes
right.
with his hands.
Right.
He could not look at it,
Could he not?
but he felt the power and the energy.
It's beautiful.
And you have given me your thoughts. Do you not realize that this meeting was planned
Yes.
many years ago
Oh, was
in
it?
your lifetime?
Oh, was it?
It is part of the plan
Oh, beautiful.
for two tiny pieces of this magnificent jigsaw
Oh,
that is being put together.
oh, thank you.
It is difficult for a human mind to understand
Yeah.
this great experiment, which is everything you see,
Yeah.
everything that you can see with the instruments that you have developed at this moment in time on this planet.
Yeah.
And yet still you cannot see the big picture.
No. So true. So true. You cannot.
I can see it all, child.
Yeah. You're so right there. What you say. It's just when you're in it, you know, you want to, and you know, but it's like that. It's like you're not privy to.
It's like having a box of chocolates and you can't open the wrapper.
Exactly, until we talk to you. Until you come across and talk to us, then we know. Because I always talk and I always talk. I don't know if you hear me, but I'm always like, why?
You are always heard, child.
Sorry.
You are always heard.
Yeah, I really.
There are some things, many things, which we ignore.
Oh, is there?
We ignore the request for great wealth. That is one thing.
Yeah. But
We ignore help for people who want to increase their ego and standing in the world, in many worlds. But most have gone beyond this. The main things in any lifetime, in any creation, in what you can see. The most important thing is love
Definitely.
and empathy with your fellow creations, the shells that surround you,
Yeah.
even those you do not know by name.
Yeah.
Because this is the highest, the most richest reward when you are at one with the source.
Yeah, source. And love.
What is the difference to a roof over a room, to the roof over a mansion?
No difference.
Correct.
There's no difference. It's just, you could have a
If
roof.
you have food on the table,
Yeah.
must it be the rarest?
No.
Correct.
No.
So now you see, child.
Yeah. Definitely,
It
yes.
is a direction
Yeah.
you are being offered.
It's a...
Direction you are being offered.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So that you can understand
Yeah.
perhaps a small part of your purpose of this life on this planet. Is there anything else you wish to ask?
Yes, I would. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. I needed that. Yeah, one of the things that I heard when we were talking before with Bill, one of the things I saw him get really upset about was he said, why did he awaken when he was 69? And it was just the emotion that came from him. I felt it. I really felt the pain in his soul, even though he's gotten some answers, I know he has. But he did feel, I just felt that so on him, you know. Could you give him anything about that? Why?
Yes.
Please, could you address that for Bill? Thank you.
I must take some time.
Yes, please do, thank you.
For you used his name twice.
Oh, I'm
when
so
I
sorry.
asked you not to, child.
I'm sorry, yeah.
It disturbs him.
Right.
I will answer the question.
Thank you.
When a human shell has a hard journey, like this shell has, only the most difficult tasks are given to those that we know will complete those tasks. Sometimes things do go wrong, and the shell stumbles. But it is the greatest lesson to learn, is the deepness of sadness. For when you experience the worst, when you feel crushed and alone, only then can you experience the true depths of love.
Right.
Many on this planet, with their brainwashing, shall we say, of many religions and sects, are held in fear of what lies beyond life on this planet. Those who are chosen to go through without staunch belief in an afterlife can be dragged down to the depths of despair. But they will rise to the highest points of ecstasy by completing those lessons. It makes rather large leaps, shall we say, in their understanding of everything. Often there are many lifetimes on different planets before the soul comes to Earth to learn the hardest of lessons.
Oh, I see.
For Earth, your Earth, is the hardest place to learn the lessons. So although you may be, shall we say, backwards and being young planet and being rather low vibration, it is the hardest place to inhabit for the span of years that have been outlined, shall we say, for the life of the shell. But the shell has free will. It can change that plan of the span of the lifetime.
Oh, right, yes.
It can change the outline of the plan by various deeds, shall we say.
Oh, by deeds, right. Oh.
So this will change the outcome.
Ah, I see, right.
Many of your humans call this multiple timelines.
Yes, I've heard that, multi-timelines.
But what you must understand is that there are infinite timelines for every decision of yes or no, good or bad, of every person that is around you, will result in a different timeline. So multiple timelines bring us to infinity, which is why the lives on this planet are relatively short.
Right.
In the great scheme
of things, yeah.
This body.
Is everything okay?
Yes. It's difficult. It is an old body. An old shell, shall we say. He has had many lifetimes.
Has he?
Both on this planet and many others.
It was, yeah, I felt like he was from a different planet when I met him. This shell. When I met this shell, I really felt, Dolores Cannon spoke about the 3 waves of volunteers, and I felt like he was a first wave volunteer. I felt that. But he also talked about, this vessel also talked about Lemuria.
Yes.
He was telling me about Lemuria. He was telling me about all the things that's been happening to to him, and it was just absolutely wonderful. It's so amazing. I've been excited all morning to meet this vessel.
And what about me?
Yes, he asked me, he said, who is looking for who? And I said, I really don't know. We'll find out. So now you're here talking. So thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Did he tell you? I know the answer already.
Sorry?
It's okay.
Did he?
Frivolity.
Sorry?
It's my frivolity.
All right. Okay. No.
I was going to ask you, but I already know the answer.
Please do.
Did you realize that he was led to ask that question? That it was part of the plan?
It wasn't, yes.
From what you have been told today.
Right. I sat there and I thought, because I always, for some reason, I always say to what I call the universe, I always say, you bring them, please, because if it's, I believe that it has to be via them, because that's when you have beautiful interactions, and I like it to be organic and meant to be, that sort of thing. So I never know. I never know until the person comes. So when Bill said that in the when this vessel said that in the email, yes, it was. I knew it was going to be very exciting. I knew it was going to be beautiful.
So you knew, child.
Yes.
So you have a knowing.
Yes, I do. I kind of.
So you have had your awakening, but now you have a knowing.
Yeah.
A knowing is a certainty.
Yes, I know things exist.
A truth prevails.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely.
He did tell you. The message is the same, but the words may be different.
Yes, he did say that.
So you can see that this proves that although everything is everything, there is still individual clarity.
Yeah.
Do you understand this?
Yes, so even though we're all one, we still are important pieces.
Because your soul is uniquely individual, but the sum of all the souls is the source.
Mm-hmm.
But when the source split in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
without splitting physically, but only with the energy, without depletion of itself, it created, this is difficult, it created a collective of itself.
Oh, wow.
Do you understand how? It is difficult to explain because the mechanics of how the soul, the source, created itself, shall we say, in a myriad of pieces. which became the souls of the individuals of the entities on every planet
Mm-hmm.
in existence.
So powerful.
What would you expect?
Mm-hmm. No, it's absolutely.
It is everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's mind blowing as well, and that's what keeps you.
It is the only word that could be used from your language when you say everything, every single thing,
Everything.
every grain of sand, every drop of water,
Mm-hmm.
the dust of the rocks,
Mm-hmm.
fashioned together,
Yeah.
held together with energy.
Mm-hmm.
But everything is alive because it is energy.
Mm-hmm.
Energy can be quiescent. And that energy, when it is quiescent, creates what you would call inanimate objects.
Ah.
So like a diamond, like a crystal,
Mm-hmm.
they are inanimate. Yet they have a purpose.
Definitely.
They have an energy within. So it is an experience of the many different facets of inanimate objects. But you can experience all of these in lifetimes. This is difficult for a human to understand.
Mm-hmm. We've
But a
been.
human can experience a tree
Mm-hmm. I love
and the
trees.
growth of the tree. The way the energy is transformed from the ground to the leaves. How the leaves breathe. Can you not see that the air you breathe is the waste of the leaf?
Oh, isn't it?
It takes in what you call carbon dioxide
Mm-hmm.
and it exudes oxygen, which is your food, your sustenance for life.
Yeah.
You require the oxygen.
Yes.
The tree requires the carbon dioxide.
So they both coexist.
We coexist, yes.
Yeah. I know I always say thank you and I always talk to the trees. I always say thank you so much because without you I would not be able to
It's a great,
live.
shall we say, it's progress.
Mm-hmm.
It's knowing,
Yeah.
being aware.
Yeah.
And awareness is key.
Awareness.
Awareness is you notice everything.
Starting to.
And well, it's rather like removing the blinkers
Yeah.
from a horse. You restore its vision. And although you have the vision of your eyes, when you take the blinkers off, the awareness of those eyes, you see so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Even with your limited expanse of vision.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot see infrared or ultraviolet,
No, I can't.
for it is beyond the range.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You cannot hear the vibration of your earth,
No, I can't.
for it is too low for your ears.
Oh, right.
There are very few that can hear
Mm-hmm.
the sonar of a bat,
Mm-hmm.
but nevertheless the sound is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a great awareness. There is so much to be aware of.
And be grateful for, yeah.
But the human shell and the human mind
Mm-hmm.
is so small.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you use very little
Mm-hmm.
of what was given to you in your shell.
All right.
You have a greater capacity
Mm-hmm.
than what you believe you have.
So how do we attune that? Is there anything that we can do to...
Listen and observe. Listen and observe.
Listen and observe.
Question. Things you see.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it is laughable at times.
Yeah, just as what I've read, Dolores Cannon used to say that when I was listening to, when I started to getting interested in spiritual things, and when she said that, I couldn't understand it at the time until it started unfolding, and then this person and that person and this came along, and I was like, what is going on? And I think this vessel here was saying the same thing. All of the things were coming upon his phone, and and then it guided him to certain places, and then the rest started to unfold in the life, and yeah. And you sit and you smile and you think, wow, there's something there, and it makes you feel good.
Yes, indeed.
You just don't feel unsafe anymore. You don't feel scared anymore. You feel like you feel loved, guided, and I always say thank you for love and guiding and teaching and showing and just never giving up, And
comfort, child.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's just
yes.
All the money in the world could not give you that feeling.
Correct.
And it's just beautiful. I'd rather have that than have all diamonds and pearls, and you just can't buy any of that experience. So yeah.
When you came into this world as a child, you had nothing.
That's right.
You were naked and small and helpless. And if the full measure of your lifetime is achieved, then you will leave this world practically helpless. And you take nothing but your soul and the soul energy. So in effect, you leave this world naked and with everything you came with when you were brought into this world. It's something to ponder.
It is. Yes.
But it is what happened between birth and death is the most important. If you save one soul in your lifetime other than your own, it is riches indeed, which you can take with you.
Yeah, that's I hope that I can do that. I really
So
do.
you must, how can I put this?
I hope I can do it.
You must congratulate yourself, child, on your achievements this far. For it is your journey. Your path, if you like, is a motorway. It's a straight road ahead.
Beautiful.
There will be ups and downs, of course.
Yeah.
You will stop and, shall we say, ponder a while on different things.
Yes.
But you will return to that motorway, that river of energy that flows through you will guide you.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. Thank you. Well, I'm very grateful for this conversation and for all of the information that you've given. And it's on record, so it's going to be really good to hear back as well. Is there any healing that this vessel needs while you're here?
Yes.
Would you be able to give him some healing today, please?
It is being given, child.
Thank you. Thank you.
But it is limited.
Is it?
There will be sufficient for the time he has left.
Right.
He will be given enough time to complete his journey,
Right.
his mission.
His mission.
Yes.
Is he privy to know anything about that mission, or is there anything that any messages you have for him regarding this mission?
It is coming close to a climax.
Is it?
There are few things left to do.
Is there? Right. Yeah, it seems to have changed. It seems to have.
He's tried his best, and we are pleased with his progress.
Good. Yes. Yeah, because he seems to be.
It was a very hard, and still is, a very hard journey for him. But it was the plan,
That was it. Yeah.
the outline,
Mm-hmm.
which was changed by us
Oh, really?
because in his early years
Mm-hmm.
he suffered greatly and was close to joining back with us
Oh, right.
before the plan even started.
Oh, my word. Okay.
He remembers it as an illness,
Right.
but he, yes, he does recall it as the bed shaking
Right.
and lifting out of that bed.
And how old was he when this happened?
5 years old.
Oh, right. Right.
He was close to death.
Oh, was he? Right. But he continued on a mission. So was that when he was supposed to exit?
He was isolated for 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
It was a rather unintentional act of another shell
Oh,
that caused the problem.
I see, yes. Is that called a walk-in?
He had the opportunity
Uh-huh.
to rejoin us,
Oh, did he? Right.
but we showed him in his mind what he thought was truth. We showed him from his isolation,
Mm-hmm.
others in that isolation. He thought they were one-way mirrors, but they were not.
Oh, right.
So he saw other children who were in a bed like his,
Mm-hmm.
and they were indeed some disfigured, some gravely injured,
Mm-hmm.
some in great pain,
Mm-hmm.
and some crying, as he himself did when he was visited when allowed by his mother and father after those 4 weeks in isolation,
Right.
with half on your earth and half with us.
Ah, right.
His mind was with us,
Right.
but his body was with you.
Yeah. Were you teaching
And
him?
so he was in this in-between stage.
Yes, I have heard of that.
For we did not want any of these memories to remain with him.
Right.
So he was taken aside,
Mm-hmm.
out of his body. His body was cared for,
Mm-hmm.
and successfully he regained his life. His life now. The human shall continue to exist.
Right.
And so he rejoined that shell without the memories,
Oh,
without the visions.
right. So that he
But
could.
it was the trauma that the body suffered
Ah, right.
that stayed with him. For when he was but a mere child of 3, the action of another shell almost blinded him in one eye.
Oh.
This required a change in the plan,
Uh-huh.
the blueprint.
Yes.
It changed how his life would open out.
Right.
There was a great future in front of him. So he changed the plan. He was not aware of this.
So now he's able to communicate yet because he'll be able to listen to this recording.
Yes,
Yeah.
but this part of his life was intended.
Mm-hmm.
It was shall we say, from being a child
Mm-hmm.
to almost over. No, shall we say to the age of 35 of your earth years.
Ah, right.
The plan was held.
Ah, right.
And then, when he was 13, he had a card reading at his own home.
Mm-hmm.
When he was called downstairs by his mother.
Yeah.
The card reader told him that he would become that he would come to a bridge, and when he crossed that bridge, all she could see was trouble.
Oh.
So at the age of 35, his job was changed.
Oh.
And he started to travel.
Oh, did he?
So he traveled to many places. He saw many things. We introduced a man to him. And that man taught him to listen and observe from that man's experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So he was taught by that man. And when he had learnt the lessons, that man, of course, was older. Because you need experience. And you cannot teach experience.
No, you have to go through it, don't you?
But you can learn the lesson to, shall we say, arm you with the lessons so that you gain so much more from the experiences.
Yeah. Learn the pitfalls from
so
them.
So he in turn gave some experiences to his friend. So in many ways they helped each other.
Oh. Was that Arthur?
That is correct, child.
Yes, he did say, because we talked about the cast of characters, and that was one who was significant. He's crossed over now, is that right?
Yes, that's correct, child.
Yeah. So they were put together to...
Correct.
Oh, beautiful.
It was a change in the plan.
Right.
Which is why I told you earlier that the plan is only an outline.
Yes, I see, yeah.
Because of free will. And the actions of other human shells.
Yes.
Who may not be acting, shall we say, in hate. But they make errors as humans do because they are not perfect. But there again, neither am I a child.
Yeah.
I am on a journey like all the others.
Yes.
But I am closer.
Right.
To the source.
Right.
Through my many experiences.
Yes.
And guidance sometimes. As a senior guide. An ascended master, you may say.
Yes, that's...
This is common, but we were just, shall we say, here much earlier than other souls. But it was an adventure, a beginning. A beginning without it. But oh, what a journey it is.
Well, from everything that you have experienced and where you are now, do you have any advice for us on this planet? Is there anything you could give us that would help us in our journey?
My words would not change anything.
Would it not? No.
But the awareness is to work together. To become as one. Without hate, without greed, without ego.
Yeah.
Realize that you must learn to live in harmony, in participation, and most of all, preach love.
Yeah, definitely.
Love is the key.
Love is the key, yeah.
It is the greatest energy in the universe.
Is it?
And even experiencing one brief glimpse of this absolutely pure love. Perfection is cannot be explained. There are no words in any of your earth languages that can explain this love.
But when you look down and you see those people who have that, does that affect you? Does that?
Yes.
Does it? Oh, that must be lovely for you to.
You think that as a human shall you show emotion? But you cry tears of sadness
Yeah, definitely.
and tears of joy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you amplified those feelings 1,000,000 times?
Oh. I couldn't.
And that is what we feel.
That's what you feel, I said. It's amazing. Well, I'm so grateful that you've come today. Thank you so much. And I know this vessel here appreciates everything you do as well. So I'm grateful for that. Is there any messages for this vessel? Is there anybody that would like to give him a message? Because we talked about these cast of characters that he has in this life, or had in this life, crossed over. Is there anyone that wants to step forward to give him a message that would help him?
There is no messages at this time, child.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
He is aware of those he finds special in his life.
Good. That's lovely. Thank you
He
very much.
knows within that he is loved.
Yeah.
He is blessed. And he is protected.
Beautiful.
On his journey he requires nothing else.
And is there anything he needs to note on this journey? Because I know you are, like you said, you did intercept in certain parts of this life.
He will be guided.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He must to listen and observe, which is what he is told often. He must be very, shall we say, oh, right, child. The message is he must be very sensitive to the signs he is given. They must be acted upon, even though he may think it is his own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
They are the messages, the guidance that we provide for him to successfully complete his journey.
Right. So the when he feels, because when we were talking, I could feel that coming from his soul, you know, because he was saying that he's empathic. Is that how you connect with him, through that heart chakra and empathy? No.
human shell has many energy points, child.
Right.
And there is what you call chakras.
Mm.
There is, in fact, three key points.
Mm-hmm.
In the awakening. The three that are most important in the human shell
Mm-hmm.
are first the transmitter and receiver, which is the pineal gland. It is designed as a crystalline structure. The second is the gut. You have a saying, gut feeling.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You feel through your gut,
Yeah.
your gut instinct,
Mm-hmm.
you would call it.
Yes.
The combination of,
Yeah.
so you have, as you say,
Yeah.
the third eye,
The third eye as well. Yeah.
crown chakra, third eye,
Uh-huh.
the throat, the heart,
Yes.
sacrum, upper and lower abdominal, sacrum and base.
Yes.
But if you follow the gut,
Uh-huh.
when you have fear, your gut knots. When you are relaxed, so is the gut.
Mm-hmm.
When you are frightened or a sudden noise, the gut tightens.
Mm-hmm.
But for speaking
Mm-hmm.
to us, we use the pineal gland.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the occipital region of the mind, of the brain, between the two hemispheres, left and right.
Yes.
The left hemisphere is the creative side.
Mm-hmm.
When you are, shall we say, a communicator, the right side of the brain is used.
Mm-hmm.
And the pineal gland, as the pineal gland is exercised, shall we say,
Yes. Uh-huh.
then it is possible to change to the left hemisphere
Mm-hmm.
for creation purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Many use this to create wealth,
Oh, right.
but when you talk about chakras, you must also talk about karma.
Yeah.
So when you ask for things that are not really necessary, shall we say,
Yeah.
then there must be a repayment
Yes.
to balance. And above all, as you do with the chakras,
Yes.
you require them to be balanced.
Yeah.
But they are always open, child.
Are they always open?
They are always open.
Mm.
You can, with your human shell brain,
Mm.
decide to close your mind, but you cannot shut off the energy.
Right. So it's always creating energy.
Energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
Right.
It is only transformed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the food that you eat is transformed into an energy substance that is required by the muscles.
Mm-hmm. To feed the body.
So the energy is a food.
Yeah.
The energy can be used, and it is changed.
Is it?
So that I am using energy. I use that energy into this shell.
Right.
I manipulate this voice box
Yes.
to give this voice.
Yes.
I must also try at the same time to suppress this body from any aches or pains that he has.
Right.
From being in one position
Right.
for a constant time.
Yes.
I can also use that energy to exercise his hands.
Good.
If I open his eyes, he will wake up.
Yes.
So I keep his eyes closed.
So you're doing a lot of things.
I am,
That's wonderful.
shall we say, he is to one side.
Yes, yes, I've heard
Then
that.
I have replaced
Yes.
in this shell
Yes.
the
Yes.
control
Yes. So
of the body.
yes. Yes.
But I cannot suppress when
Yes. Yes.
he coughs.
And things like that. But you can.
His emotions I cannot fully suppress, which is why sometimes you will see water coming
From his
from his eyes.
From his eyes, yeah.
But
Yeah.
notice that I have stopped his nose from running.
Oh,
That I can do.
it's amazing, yeah, because he was.
There are certain things that we have the ability to do, but certain things in the body are, shall we say, off limits.
Yes.
I cannot stop him from breathing.
Yes.
I cannot stop his heart from beating. But I can manipulate his limbs.
Yes. And have you been with this vessel for a while?
No,
No.
I came because I was asked to come.
Oh, were you?
I cannot come without an invitation.
Oh, right. That's so interesting.
We cannot, shall we say, we must be asked to come.
Right.
So that question
Right.
can be asked by the subconscious mind, or if you like, the soul energy.
I see, right. So, right.
And it comes as a thought, a passing thought, an electrical impulse in the brain cells, which triggers the pineal gland, rather like a light blinking,
Yeah, like a.
and we feel the vibrations.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So a thought creates a vibration.
Wow.
And a thought is, along with the most powerful
Wow.
of signals in the universe.
So that's why.
Because thought is used for creation. Wow. You must have the seed. The seed is the beginning of the thought.
The seed.
So the electrical impulse created by the thought then becomes whatever is required to be manifested.
So that sort of impulse, or that, like, almost like a lighthouse, that big light that goes on a lighthouse, that's what's coming through. It's that, and that brings you there to that place.
You referred to the divine spark, child. If I said it was the tiniest of candle lights, and through your work and connection, you say a gift, but every human shell is capable
Yes.
when the work is put in.
Yes.
And also with the intentions
Yes.
before you inhabited that shell of what your lessons would be for your progress.
Yes.
Then each shell is capable of communication.
Yeah.
What is required from this vessel,
Mm-hmm.
which has been achieved,
Mm-hmm.
for you as a vessel, which has been achieved,
Mm-hmm.
is to turn that tiny spark,
Mm-hmm.
that tiny candle,
Mm-hmm.
into a light.
Wow.
And for that light to become a beacon.
Oh, gorgeous.
And when that beacon shines,
Yeah.
the energy is increased as you go from that tiny spark,
Wow.
that tiny candlelight,
Yes.
through the torchlight,
Yes.
through the searchlight, to a beacon, a lighthouse.
Oh, wow.
And it is much easier for us to tune into the lighthouse,
Oh, I see.
to the beacon, than to tune into that tiny candle.
Wow.
There are others
Uh-huh.
who are with them,
Mm-hmm.
so that when they are a tiny candle,
Mm-hmm.
they can communicate with those, if you like, their guardian angels. The energy that looks after them from cradle to grave.
Mm-hmm.
They will send a signal out
Mm-hmm.
to us, and we will see it.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
we will come,
Oh, wow.
but we must be asked. So
Wow.
remember
Uh-huh.
that a thought is a living thing.
It's a living thing.
It's a creation
Right.
of life. So whether it is an act of kindness, a thank you,
Oh.
or a cry for help,
Yeah.
we hear and we obey that call. For
Wow.
that is the whole requirement of participation,
Wow.
of collective energy, of love, compassion, empathy. So now, child, do you understand why
Yes.
this man came to you?
Yes, I do. I do. I do. Yes, absolutely. I'm smiling like a
It's
Cheshire cat
called
here.
synchronicity, child.
It's beautiful.
It's synchronicity.
Yeah.
It's participation.
Wow.
So the jigsaw pieces can meld together,
Mm.
but is only a speck
Yes.
of the giant jigsaw.
It's a
That
giant.
is everything that stretches to infinity.
Wow.
I must go, child.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very, very much. So, are we complete?
Yes, I think
Right.
so.
If we're complete, then what I'm going to do,
Unless you are ready for questions, child.
I don't have any more. I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming today. Thank you.
You're welcome, child.
Thank you. So if you just listen to my voice, now let's drift away from the life. We're drifting and floating away from all the lives and all the entities that we're speaking to today.